Started. Yeah, good. So let us start. Have your books. That's what we're going to talk about. Product as a marketing mix. These ones we know them. This is what we are. This is what we are going to look at today. Those things are the ones we are going to look at today. What is a product? Why is it? Why is a product a key part of the marketing mix? Unique selling point. We are going to look at what it means, examples of USP and advantages of USP. Then we're going to look at what we call tangible and intangible of a product. There is a word missing there. It should be attributes. Tangible and intangible attributes of a product. Sorry, I will add it there. Attributes are like characteristics or features. Then product portfolio. Good. So a product, these things are for your senior one and year 8. It is we talk about waste can be a consumer or a durable good. A good is tangible, it is visible, it has physical existence, like a chair, like a car, like a house. That's a good. A service, it has no physical existence, like education, like medical services, yeah, like banking. Those definitions, we already know them. So by now you should be knowing what is a good or what is a service, because we've been talking about those things since year 9, and even in economics talk about them. So a product is in two ways. When you talk about a product, we are meaning goods or services. Very good. So what's happening? Good. So before we go any further, we are going to talk about what we call new product development. New product development. This is just a terminology or an acronym. It is like some statement, but it means what it says. You see in the very terminology. New product development. It's about how you introduce a product. We had the, like, I think iPhone is the best example. iPhone, I don't know how iPhone 1 was looking like, or iPhone 2. I started knowing of iPhones very well, I think right from iPhone 5. So they introduced their products every after a given period. Long time ago, they used to even introduce products like every after, every after 2 years, 1.5 years, 3 years. But nowadays, you see even the difference between, like this latest one, they introduced it before the other precedent one was not even lasted for a year. So what we're talking about is introducing a new product. So a new product, introduce completely a new product, completely a new one. You can improve the existing one, or you can leave the one that is there. So we have 3 ways. You can introduce a completely new product, completely new, or you can introduce, or you can improve the existing one, or you can leave it. So we have 3 ways here. New product development, you can introduce completely new product, like computer games. They are not improved. Some of them are not improved. They just introduce a new one. Or you can improve the existing one, existing product. You improve on it. You add functions, but when, like what iPhone does, they improve. They don't bring the completely new product. They just improve. Then you can leave the remaining one. You save the same product for a long period of time. Yeah, so 3 ways of new product development. As Onolini said, when we're talking about a product, your product marketing mix cannot exist, cannot be there if you are not selling something, and whatever you're selling should either be a product or a service. So it should either be a good or a service. So when you're introducing when you're talking about new product development, we mean 3 ways. So when they ask you to define it, we need these 3 elements in your definition. New product development may mean introducing completely a new product, or improving the existing product, or selling the same product for long. Yeah, very good. So you can use examples. You talk about companies that produce cars, companies that produce gadgets, screens, and I think we had flat screens and box screens, those the big ones, long time ago. So I don't remember. I don't know whether the desktop computers and laptop computers. I think that one is under which category? When you talk about desktop computers and laptops, is it under part one, part two, or part three? What do you think? Hello. New product development. Should we say they introduced a completely new one, they improved it, or it is still the same?
They improved it.
So they improved the desktop to a laptop. Maybe, I don't know. But now I thought they introduced a completely new one, because desktop has it is even, but it can be in 2 categories maybe. Uh, so that's what we are trying to mean under NPD. Now we continue. Why do we have NPD? Why should we introduce a new product? Why should we improve the existing product? What could be your reasons? What do you think? Someone to tell me. The question is, why should the business have a new product development? What is the purpose for introducing a new product, or improving existing product, or selling the same product for long? Why should we have this NPD in a business? What do you think?
Me.
Yes, please.
I think it allows the business to stay competitive and yes.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, competitive, because another.
It keeps customers interested.
To keep customers interested. How do we term that interest in business? What do we call that interest in business? You don't know.
Customer loyalty.
Okay, customer loyalty. Okay. Yeah. Another one. The third one.
Excuse me, teacher.
Yes.
Yes. Or maybe people can say that they can sell any product to consumer once, but to establish loyalty and good customer relationship.
Good customer relationship, very good. We talked about that one yesterday. In order to establish a good customer relationship, your product should have that kind of improvement and newness in it. Very good. So, good points. So, purpose. I have.
Teacher.
Yes.
Or maybe people can ask. Or maybe people can ask themselves questions such as, why do consumers pay more for well-known brands of aspirin that a generic, non-branded, cheaper alternative?
In product development, yes, you can consider consumer ideas, because you should improve based on what they like. Very good. Yeah, so let us write down these points. Purpose number 1, what someone first does interest, it is to satisfy consumer needs. NPD, you should always introduce your product to meet what customer wants. So you need to satisfy their consumer needs. That's why NPD is important. To meet the changing tastes, that one had to come as a first point. People used to love desktops, but people change the tastes and preferences. Now they like laptops most. So you need to always have NPD such that you can meet the changing tastes and preferences. We had button phones before, and now people introduced smartphones and screen touch, phones of screen touch and whatever. So that is what we call changing tastes and preferences. And the last one, you can introduce a product or introduce a new product in order to enter a new market. Maybe initially your market was for young people, and now you need to improve your product and you can also cater for older people. You get? So what you're trying to say is NPD is important because you might find out that your market was having a given segment of age or gender or income, and maybe you want to enter another market. So that's the point. Market segment, you remember that you can segment or divide the market by income, by location, by age, by gender. So you can introduce the products that you can cater for a new kind of segment. So these are the reasons for NPD, okay? And competition comes in under satisfaction. So someone talked about competition, it comes as a result of all these. When you have NPD and you are able to satisfy consumers, you have met their changing tastes, you have entered a new market, by all means, you're going to outcompete them. You are going to outcompete your rivals, you're going to have more sales and everything. So those ones come as results, not as points. Good. So NPD, to introduce a product, this is however part to analyze NPD. To introduce a new product is not cheap, it is very expensive. And sometimes you can introduce it and doesn't work out. You know, like we talked about the pie chart of Apple products. Apple introduced iPads, but iPads, they didn't work out well. Because you see, they are among the products that have low sales in a year. But still phones or iPhones are the ones that generate a lot of revenue for them. And then MacBooks, and then services, then the iPad come last. So they introduced a new product. It was very expensive for them, but it was not successful because people, they didn't turn up well. So how you should analyze this, you should say NPD is very good based on the advantages mentioned above, but sometimes it is expensive and not always successful, as it may not meet what you assumed that consumers like. You thought maybe they will love your iPads, but they think phones are still better. So the reason is, why do you think some NPD doesn't work out? Maybe your research was not valid, or maybe what you introduced seems to be poor when you base it on the existing product. Because when you're introducing a product, you base on the existing one. You find out that the new product still remains poor when you compare it with the existing products. So if you compare iPhone and the iPads that came later, you find out that still the iPhones, people or the consumers think that they are still better, multitasked, multi-purpose, and everything. So most of the times your research might not be valid, or consumers fail to love it. So those are the reasons that can work out, but it doesn't make NPD invalid or doesn't make NPD relevant. Yeah, so that's the analysis you can give in your own argument. So when you are carrying out NPD, you should consider all the business departments. Who can mention to me you mentioned for me some business departments, apart from marketing department?
The financial
Human
department.
resource.
Sorry?
Finance.
Human
I don't see.
resource. Yeah.
Yeah,
Human
human
resources.
resource.
Production.
Finance department.
Good. Very good. Let me first invite some people here. Programming. Did you say programming? I don't get programming. We should talk about major what? Yeah. So you people who are near, you tell him that when I'm calling, when you call, the application rings first before the computer. So I want you people who want to always be calling, you download the apps on your laptops. It is better because you really puzzle me. Up to now, I'm still. But Denzel, I call Denzel every day. The boy doesn't. Denzel, people, you pray, prayer warriors here, try to pray for that kid. So NPD considers all business departments: finance, human resource, production. We have 4 departments, major ones: human resource department, finance department, marketing department, and production department. But more so, the marketing department should be considered first because they are the ones who interact with customers most. They know what customers like, they know their feedback, So when you're carrying out NPD, consider all business departments, but more so the marketing department when developing a product. Now, you see case studies, please. That's why I put the note. You see case studies talking about departments like finance. You cannot introduce a new product, even if the marketing department is very efficient. They told you right ideas, how customers should want their new product to look like. If you don't have finances, there's nothing. So there is a coexistence, a relationship between the 4 departments. So marketing department might be good, but if finances are not there for you to introduce a new product, it won't be successful. It comes under the not always successful here. If the marketing department gave you the feedback from customers and you want to introduce the new product, but you have the finances, the marketing department is very efficient, but human resource recruited poor workers, it won't be successful still. Another, you have good workers, you have finances in place, marketing department is very good, but production department, they have poor machines, it won't be successful. Another one, if the production department is very efficient, they have good machines, good technology there, you have the expertise, highly skilled workers, and the marketing department gave you wrong ideas, they gave you the wrong feedback from customers, it will mean that what you introduced, it won't meet what customers like because your marketing team didn't understand what customers wanted. So analysis, guys, analysis. This analysis is not taught. You need to think when you're reading case studies. Look at which departments are efficient and look for the one that is not efficient. That one will be your however part. So as I've mentioned those departments. And you should know that all departments are very important in developing a product. Human resource, they give us skilled workers. Production department, they give us the best machines. Finance, they give us money to carry out research. Marketing department, they give us the right opinion. So you should analyze well. That's what we call NPD analysis. Okay. So That's what we call NPD, product development. I'll share the PowerPoint for you to comprehend. Good. So we come to what we call the unique selling point. Who has an idea about that? Abraham, you always want to speak first. Can you please tell us what do you think is the meaning of that word USP, unique selling point? You have died.
Teacher, may I?
Yeah, please try.
The unique selling point is a way that business can be so from the rival.
Boy, you are in a noisy. You are not in a better place.
May I try?
You allow Rukundo to finish his idea. Rukundo, finish, please.
Yes, the unique selling point. This is a way a business can distance itself from rivals by changing its quality products and its technologies, ways of production.
Yeah, you brought in a good idea. Then Amandex.
Yes, teacher.
You said you want to try. Please go on.
Yeah. Teacher, I think it is a factor that differentiates a product from its competitors, such as the lowest cost, the highest quality, or yeah.
Yeah, very good. Very nice. Good. I want the last one. Unique selling point. What they are saying is very correct, and I'm going to just continue from where they have stopped. Another one.
Yes, teacher.
Please go on.
This is a unique feature of a product that differentiates it from other products.
Very nice. So, you guys, I think I should even leave this. USP, it's about how a product can stand out, how it looks different. So we use those words like standing out, even among human beings, there are words want to stand out, like they look different and whatever. So USP is a marketing strategy. You see, it is even highlighted in red. It is a marketing strategy that makes products look unique in the eyes of customers. So the key word there, the first one is uniqueness. The next one, to stand out from competitors, like what Amanda said. That uniqueness that makes your product stand out. And someone says, when you talk about detergents that are used for washing, I would think of Omo, and doesn't know the reason why, but he thinks it is Omo that is the best. So we have the first one is all about marketing strategy that makes the product look unique in the eyes of customers. The next one, to make the product stand out. And that one is one of the .com words. To stand out, there is that feature that will make your goods, your service stand out. Like when you go to KFC, they have their labeled bucket. And if you want to go with it, you can still pack it in your own bag. You take it home. So I think it makes them stand out. KFC all over the world, it is the same furniture they use. The way they label or they make their furniture, tables and chairs, it is the same. Whether it is KFC Rwanda, KFC Kenya, KFC Uganda, KFC US, they make that kind of uniqueness. We have the unique selling proportion that highlights the product. So look at the words I've used. Here I said the marketing strategy, and I have something like convincing. Here I have standing out. here I have highlighting the product or highlights of the product. Now, I think even if our English is not so good, you cannot fail to pick the easiest term here to use. So it's talking about the product, not the business, but the products. I have examples. Let's go on. I have examples of products and unique selling point. Before I give you my examples, is there anyone who knows any USP of any product that makes you feel like, yeah, that product stands out, it's the best?
Me, teacher.
Yes, please.
Like the products of Apple.
Yes. What makes them stand out according to you?
According to me, they are of good quality and they are always in a new version. Like they're outstanding compared to others.
Very nice. I think it is the example I also have here.
Mixture.
Yes.
Toilet papers.
What?
Toilet papers.
Toilet papers.
Super.
Yes.
I thought you said toilet papers. Man, I was going to bar all times. Okay, good. Another one.
Teacher, sodas.
Which soda? You talk about the right company.
Henneken, the one that makes Henneken.
So Heineken is a soda.
Let's leave it.
No, tell me. I don't know. Is there any soda called Heineken?
Teacher, I'm confused. Forgive me.
Have you taken Heineken?
No.
I think that's why you're confused. Anyway, we continue from where the confused has stopped. So product differentiation can be the effective of distancing from your business rivals. So I have to 4 times here: distancing, making your products stand out and whatever. So what Honorine said is what I have here as an example. The first one, you see that new one. Max, like people who are, I think most of us, I think we all admire this gadget and makes it stand out and whatever. Specifications are almost more than 10, storage, whatever, cameras, everything. So I have examples for other products that we are so much, used to. Examples of effective USP. There is this company I got from the textbook. They produce pizza or they deliver pizza. When you always see those people who deliver pizza in the movies, they come with it when it's in the well packed in the box and whatever, and they just give it to someone. Now these ones, they have a slogan: it arrives in 30 minutes or it's free. When it goes beyond 30 minutes, you won't pay. That's what makes their services stand out. Another one, textile companies. There are some textile companies that produce shirts, the trucks, the trousers, 100% cotton. But not all clothes are of 100% cotton. Others are duplicated. So you find out that there are those textile companies that produce 100% cotton products. We have hotels. Which hotels? They give you fruits first, free fruits first. As you sit, before you make an order, they give you those fruits you take, or a glass of juice, or Wi-Fi, or non-cash payment methods. They can allow your credit card. Someone mute your mic. You can use your credit card, you can pay mobile, you use your mobile money to pay. So those are some hotels, not all of them. We cannot say all of them do this. So we are talking about some hotels that stand out using these strategies. We have supermarkets. Some supermarkets, they will give you those labeled free packaging materials. Okay, we have I remember when I was still at campus, you go to Nakumat, and you feel like when you buy from Nakumat and they pack for you the apple using their packaging material, you want to go on, handle that packaging material from the space such that everyone can see. You don't want even to put it in the bag because it is one of the reputable supermarkets. You get, so others they give you t-shirts, others give you pens, label depends. Serena has that. They give you notebooks, Serena pens. You get, so that is a uniqueness. Petrol stations, they clean your car, that kind of, cleaning your window and everything, that kind of cleaning it in the shortest period possible at a zero cost or a zero charge. They give you discounts as you buy oil or petrol. That's the USP. Laptop shops, they will give you a free laptop back, or they give you a flash disk, or they give you the guarantee or warranty. They tell you if you get a problem in the space of 1 year, bring it back, we'll give you a new one. These are some of the USP. What makes some products stand out? We have universities. Some universities will give you the half scholarship. They tell you pay 50%. Others give you free laptops when you get there. Now, there are very many USP examples, and I want to think you get the idea now. So USP is all about what makes the product stand out, out-compete rivals and everything. I think you got my examples, right? And some of you have been beneficiaries of these kind of services. Now, advantages. If you have this USP, like in a hotel, they give you free fruits or juice or Wi-Fi. There's a chance for that hotel to charge you a higher price. Because you feel contented, comfortable, complete, you feel like, yeah. And they are able to charge you, your plate of, let's say pizza. You've ordered for pizza and they charge you 10,000. But ideally, when you are going to produce a pizza for yourself, you can spend like 4,000. So businesses that give you these USP services, they are able to charge a higher price. You go to Serena, they give you a free notebook, labeled Serena, they give you a pen, they can give you even a t-shirt. But maybe if you are to take it from there, you pay a lot of money. Textile companies that produce 100% cotton clothes. All of us know cotton is always expensive. Okay, petrol stations, supermarkets, these ones, they give you labeled packaging materials, they give you t-shirts and pens and capes, but they charge you a lot. So there's a possibility for you to pay a lot of money. The business can make a lot of sales, a lot of them, because people come interested in the Wi-Fi. I remember some time back I went to Hilltop to tap their Wi-Fi, and I ended up buying a sort of 2,000 and some kind of chips, and I ended up spending 5,000. But later I knew that if I use
2,000, what is the size?
You visit it, you will see. So I left, and later I knew that if I used my 5,000 to buy data home, I wouldn't even have used the whole of it. So you end up even paying more using these USPs. You go there for the extra service, and of course I was with a friend, so you don't go to those places alone. So those are some of the advantages, and the others. It is one of the best ways to promote your product. So the point is effective promotion. You can easily promote your product using those USP services. You are able to charge a higher price. I've talked about that. This publicity. People will easily say, yeah, when you go to that company, man, they like KFC. Those people don't delay. I think around 15 minutes, their orders are, clear and they are ready. So that is the publicity. Customers will make publicity for you or will do it for you because of the USP services you have. And that one is free of charge. That's marketing. You can make a lot of sales, and that is revenue or profits. Customers are more willing to be identified with brand because it's different. Yeah. You buy something from a unique, like people who have iPhone, they are always near, mirrors, taking pics, So they want to buy, identify that, yeah, they own an iPhone. So they market for iPhone, they market iPhone for Apple at a free charge, So customers are always willing to buy identified with the brand because it is different, and they'll be doing marketing for you, like you, the iPhone people near, mirrors and, So that's what we call the benefits. But you should emphasize the how, like promotion to lead to more sales, attracting more customers, bigger market. Here to lead to profits. Here to lead to free publicity, it is free advertising. Higher sales, of course, more revenue and out-competing others. So you should always emphasize the how. Don't just summarize them like this. You should give the end result. If there is effective promotion, what happens to the business, or how does the business benefit? If the business has the opportunity to charge a higher price, what is the result? What is the end result? If there is free publicity, if there are higher sales, so you should give the end result. Don't just summarize them like this. So that's what we call USP. And I think you have got the idea. Very nice. How are you? I think so far we've covered the 3 items: the introduction to product, or the definition of a product. We've covered the NPD and USP. Tell me that you are still with me. Are you still following?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, we are.
Are you understanding?
Yes. Teacher? Teacher, are you hearing me?
I think so.
I had a question.
Be first, please.
I had a question about you saying about the opportunities to charge higher prices. Can it be a disadvantage also to charge higher prices?
To a business. Sorry?
Yeah, for the business. Can it not be a disadvantage? Like you're charging higher prices and like you put a high the demand will be less and the consumers will change their taste and go to other
Yeah, it can be correct depending on the business, but you base on your market. Most of those unique products, all those products with USP, their market is always ready to pay at any price, like they have mentioned some of the businesses. So we are going to start a product life cycle. there's a stage where you shouldn't do it. So it depends on your stage. I'm going to talk about it and product license. When are you supposed to charge that higher price and doesn't affect your demand or your size of the market? Okay, let us continue. It was just a pause. So we are going to talk about tangible and intangible attributes of a product. Tangible are things you can see. Intangible, you can't see them. So tangible attributes, they are measurable attributes. You can see them, you can measure them. Attributes are like features, are like qualities, are like, you get? So intangible, they are opinions. You cannot measure them. They are ideas, they are judgments, they are analyses. Like, you cannot easily measure intangible attributes, but tangible attributes, that analysis, that judgment, you can measure it. What are the examples? Tangible attributes, you can see, you can taste, you can smell. So touch, it depends on, you can touch it and feel it, you can see it. It's a car, it's a watch, it's a shirt. Is it attractive? Is it fashionable? Taste, what you can eat and feel. Yeah, the taste is good, the taste is bad, the smell. So these are the tangible attributes. Tangible, they are measurable, they are visible. Intangible, you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. This is more, applies more to the services. This one applies more to the goods. Yeah. So that's why you're looking at tangible and intangible attributes. I have an example here. Tangible attributes, it can be the product itself, the packaging material, the labeling, the attributes or the benefits of the product, the benefits, the features of the product, the specification of a product, like they specified for you a phone, what it does, the storage, the speed, the RAM, the ROM, all those things. Intangible, the quality. Quite most of the times it is felt. Emotional benefits. If I go to that hotel, this is the way I feel completeness. And when I go in this other hotel, I feel I'm not secure. So there's that emotional benefit, the touch. You feel like when you buy from a reputable supermarket and people see you moving out from there, even if you are bought there a suite of 100, you feel like you are high, you are the best, you are, those things, emotions. That it talks about feelings, the values, the culture. Some people should respect people's cultures, the image. So these are the examples of attributes, the tangible and the intangible ones. And the analysis comes here. It is not easy to understand people's attributes, like the intangible ones. It's not very easy for you to understand what consumers like. How can I know the emotions of people? How is it easy for me to understand people's attitudes towards me? It's not very easy. It's not very easy for a business to understand the reasons for consumer decisions. However, marketing managers should try to understand the intangible attributes of customers. Yes, you should always try, and you try to play on them, because someone always wants good quality. If someone yesterday bought 2 kilograms and today is buying 4 kilograms, it means he's interested in your product. Please maintain what you're doing. But if he sells, he buys all the purchases he makes from your business, they are always reducing day by day. It means maybe your quality is questionable. So the packaging material, maybe it is questionable, or the tangible attributes are not the best. So you should always try to observe, and that's where market research comes in. You should always try to get consumers' feedback about your products. For example, what color of a car and which size of an engine they are likely to prefer. Most of the cars I see around, most of them they are white in color, then black follows. But if you are producing the green ones, I think green there are not very many, red, yellow. I rarely see cars, of yellow color. So it depends on you trying to understand the attributes of consumers, and it's more so good using market research, and you gather the accurate and valid information. So if you talk about tangible and intangible attributes, and you are trying to understand consumer decisions, how can you always try to control consumer decisions in favor of your product? That is going to take us to something called the branding. Anyone who can define for us that term branding? What does it mean? What is branding?
Identifying symbol, name, image, or trademarks that distinguish a product from its competitor.
Okay, do you have any practical example?
Nike, Adidas, Hyundai.
Adidas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Louis Vuitton, Gucci. Yeah.
Gucci. Okay. Another one can tell us what branding means, because it helps us to control consumer decisions regarding the tangible and intangible attributes of a product. Anyone else with example? Yes.
The promotion of a particular product or company by means of advertising.
Advertising. Okay.
Nice.
Another, the third one, the last one. Anyone else? Branding? You're dry. Okay, let me share my ideas. Branding. What should know? Branding helps us to know what? To control consumer decisions, to control them, to understand them, to grab, like to manipulate them, to drag them to our side. So people who talked about Sharif gave good examples of Nike and Adidas. So branding, a brand is somehow like USP. You're going to see the similarity there. So a brand is the symbol, the name, the image, the trademark that distinguishes the product from its competitors. It's somehow like USP. It is somehow like USP. That USP we didn't generalize. Sorry, we didn't specify, we generalized. But brand we generalize. So when you talk about, I don't know how you differentiate Gucci from the rest, but every customer has his own attribute, as I said. You can find out that someone loves a given product and another hates it with their own reasons. So there's a difference between a brand and a product. A brand is a symbol of the product, but the product is the end result of the production process. So a product can have very many names, how people call it, how people understand it. Okay, someone talks about a product and someone has a different perception. So we got symbols and names and images. Some people love some products because of the name they have, because of the symbol they have, because of the trademark, because of the logo. Recently, Coca-Cola came up with Taste the Feeling. and people who don't even love Coke, they started taking it, and they try to pretend that they are feeling the feeling Coke talks about because of the trademark, the logo they came up with. So these are just businesses use those things to control people, and they are really successful at this. So we talk about our brand. It makes the good different. This is like USP. I really don't want to waste a lot of time here. A brand is like USP. It makes goods identifiable and they stand out. They influence consumers. They really drag them and control them and convert them. They make products unique. So if you want to understand branding, understand USP. They are almost the same. Conclusion. Today, so far we've talked about product, new product development, USP, tangible and intangible attributes, and how the solution to the attributes so that you can control consumer decisions is branding. And if you want to understand branding, use USP knowledge, the one we have just covered. Now, for today, we want to end with product positioning. This one is a new term. It is in A-level. The other ones are just O-level things we've been talking about. Now, this is the A-level content. Specifically, new here. The consumer perception of a product compared with its competitors. What do I understand? If someone puts Techno and Samsung on my table, what I understand is my perception that Techno might be poorer than Samsung. That's a perception, that is positioning. If someone puts HP and Dell on my table, I feel like HP might be better than Dell. I don't have the reason, I cannot justify it, but I really feel like that's my perception. If someone puts Calvin, someone mute your mic, Amanda. If someone puts Rolex watches on my table, another one puts maybe Calvin, and I feel like Calvin is better, maybe that's my perception. Someone put polo t-shirt on my table, t-shirt, another one puts Gucci gadget or t-shirt or belt, and I feel like I would go with Calvin. Someone says me I can go with Gucci. Those are perceptions. People what they understand. They cannot justify, but they can understand that. Yeah. So positioning is all about perception of consumers. That's all. Now, before you, the business, launching or developing a new product, understand what consumers know about your product. After you understanding that, you will set the right price. You may think it's like to come up with a phone today, like Marathon, and someone who came up with that idea of marathons says, according to what consumers told us, our marathons might be better than Techno. And you get a wrong information. You set up a price higher than Techno, people don't buy them. Because when we are developing and launching marathons, you didn't analyze that. You didn't understand how consumers understand your product or perceive your product. And for you made a wrong perception and thought that I think marathons are greater than, or they are better than Techno phones. And you do some of sponsorships, donations. After 1 month, you still see that Techno has more sales than yours. Meaning, product positioning, you need to understand the consumer perception of your product And maybe you set a higher price, and now people don't buy your phones, they will still buy Techno. When you thought even Techno they're better than your phones. And you are seeing that, of course, because I don't see many Mara phones in shops, but I see more Techno phones in the shops. So meaning, people magnified, exaggerated maybe the phones, and people didn't turn up well. So this is what we call positioning. It is very analytical depending on your business. Very analytical. You need to read and understand that positioning is about perception. People were summarizing, you can even stroke it with consumer perception here, so you can understand it. Features that make consumers have different perceptions can be about price, quality, image, comfort, packaging material, you name them. People can have perceptions basing on all these elements here. Okay, yeah, and some people call product positioning as mapping, how people understand your product, perception. So just understand that how consumers understand your product is perception, is positioning. Someone mute your mic, please. So product positioning, you should understand it before you introduce the product. It's very important. Why? It helps you to understand which price you should set and how do consumers feel about your product. Yeah, and for today, we shall talk about product portfolio. These are just definitions. Product portfolio, analyzing the range of existing products of the business to help allocate resources effectively. Yeah, so I was saying, some people disturb me meeting. So product portfolio, here you should understand existing products of a business so that you can allocate your resources very well. And when you are launching a new product or improving the existing one, you need to understand the ready goods on market. Now, portfolio is different from positioning. Positioning is about understanding perceptions, but portfolio, you should understand the substitutes. Okay, goods that are almost giving the same or satisfying the same needs you are trying to meet, or who are almost having the same target market. I want to start a petrol station, and I understand that the existing products, there is already USP and others. That's what I try to mean. Product portfolios for you to understand competitors first.